to Gray Hair Gamer. I'm Gray, the Gray Hair Gamer, and today we're going to jump back into the Hunter Call of the Wild, and we're going to do a little bit something different today. If you've watched the first two episodes, you should have a pretty good grasp of the game and the game mechanics. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go on a hunting run, and if we take a look at the map, I'll show you here what I've had good luck with in the past. We're starting off at this hunting reserve here, and we're going to go scout these areas here and hopefully unlock this hunting outpost here and up along this lake. I've had a lot of good luck there in the past, so we'll see what happens this time. As you can see, it's getting dark out. It is 19:04, so we're going to go rest and reset our clock for the morning so we can be hunting in the daylight. Okay, so we go to our bed, and we're going to change that time. And we'll change it to 7 a.m. Okay, rest. There we go. Nice, bright, shiny morning. And what we're going to do, we already have a little hunting pressure down here, so we kind of want to avoid that area. So we're going to head down this way. Get our binoculars ready. And we'll see what we can see what kind of luck we have here. And this lake here is where we want to be scouting around. And it looks like there's a moose. We discovered his zone, his feed zone, which is always a good thing. The more zones we have, the more animals we will have, and the better idea we will have of their habits, where they go, when they go there, what they're doing. And we still have just our basic starter rifle, the 243, with the soft point bullets. So a moose at this point it's going to have to be a very lucky shot. We're going to try to focus on finding deer, bear, coyotes, rabbits, some of the smaller animals. And as always, we want to use our stealth and use our eyes to be looking around. And there's a coyote out there, a mating call, which means we have not been detected. We'll see what kind of zones we can discover on our little journey here, our little scouting expedition. And we're already finding some tracks. And that is a coyote track there.
Close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
And this looks like black bear, very old. So that's been quite a while since he's been through here. We have some tracks here. This looks like moose tracks. Yes, they are. He came through here at a trot. Okay, again, that coyote up here. We want to mask our scent. He's kind of out in front of us. We don't want him to smell us since we don't have many perks unlocked yet. We're not as stealthy as we should be. So we are going to take our time here. Warning call. He smelled us. And if he's hiding in those bushes, in these high reeds, like he probably is, we're going to have a very hard time to find him. Okay, so we want to have our weapon ready just in case. We want to pre-aim a bit, zoom in, make sure we're not fumbling around with that when the time comes. Okay, so we've reached our first waypoint. Instead of coming all the way up in here, main pressure, we're going to go ahead and cut across. Uh-oh. I hear something. I hear a pitter-patter of feet. I'm sure those footprints that we heard, or footsteps that we heard, were that coyote right there. But at least now we're safely out of the wind from him. That'll be one small advantage. We are crouched down and watching where we're going here. I hear him again. I hear footsteps. So this is one thing I didn't show in the other episodes. If you hold down the crouch button, you will lie down. And that makes you the least visible and the most silent while you're moving. Just the most difficult to see where you're going. I hear him. I'm following the sound of his footsteps. We'll get up under this tree. We'll pop up and have us a better look. I hear him, and I can see his footprints right there. He went off back over in this bush. There he is, right there. Oh, that one was high. Okay, let's go see if we got lucky. I think that I missed him. I'm pretty sure that I did miss him. There's his tracks right there. Oh no, we hit him. We got blood. No vital organs, which means it'll take longer for him to bleed out and to die. But coyotes are not very big animals. There we go. There's blood. And then we're just going to keep moving from track to track here. At this early point in the game, it's pretty important that we recover every animal we shot to get the most money, the most experience that we can. Because we don't want to be stuck using this starter rifle the whole way through the game. Okay, there was some poo, there's blood, there are ducks. Ducks are best going after with a shotgun, or I like to use a 22. But they can be a good source of money. Well, they should be dropping somewhere soon. Yep, right there we go. There we got a body. And we did kind of backtrack quite a bit. Tracking this one down. Oh, there they lay. That looks like a common fur type. Yep, female, 17 kilograms. This was a difficulty of 3. And bronze trophy out of it. We made $619 and some good experience.
You're catching on quickly.
Okay, good deal. So we're going to continue on. Proceeding back to our waypoint. And now you can see that the wind is almost perfect for us, directly in our face. So that means anything out in front of us will have a very difficult time smelling us. Now, if I had a bigger weapon, I would be so tempted to take this moose. Perfect side-on shot. It's at a good distance. But this little 243 just doesn't have the oomph to really do any damage to him. Let's move on up here and see what else we can discover.
Getting your feet moving, I see. Just remember to take a breather before shooting anything.
Always want to be scouting along the tree lines. And when we run and scout out these areas, we want to stay kind of close to the trees ourselves. So we can always use them as a source of cover, a source of concealment. Anytime you think you might hear something, don't be afraid to stop, have a listen, have a look around, because you never know where that trophy's going to be. In fact, we've got a few tracks right here. This looks like moose. Yep, moose, and he was at a trot. Now later on, like I said before, in the previous episodes, when we unlock some more perks, when we scan these tracks, they will give us a lot more information. And it'll be able to tell us whether we're chasing a no trophy animal, a bronze, or even a diamond. So if that's what we're looking for, the big trophies, then we know not to waste there's something. We know not to waste our time. There's a black-tailed deer. Let's see if we can call him in a little bit. First, we're going to find us a nice place to hide. Which this trees down here look perfect. And then we're going to try out one of our calls. Okay, we made a little noise there, but he's, or she, because that looks like a doe. is far enough away. Okay, so let's get our doe bleat caller. They have a range, I believe, of 150 meters. Oh, yeah, sure, she's coming. She's coming to it. We also have a big moose back there. There we go. I think we can take her. We want to wait for her to try to stop. Hopefully stop. There's a second deer there. There's this second doe. There she stopped. There we go. Now we'll hold her breath. Ah, come on. Run-on shots are always a bit harder. That was a hit. Oh, and there was mother deer. There was second deer. There was a moose. There's some other animals out there. I can't quite tell what they are. Okay. So let's go pick up the trail and see what we found. Ah, yeah, you're gonna call at me, huh? Yeah, you were upset. And where are your tracks? There we are. Okay. There was our bloodshot. No organs hit. I will be so glad when I can unlock the next power scope. This one you start off with only has a magnification of 1 to 4 power. The next one has 4 to 8 power, double. So it'll really let us zoom in and pick our spots where we want to shoot. Now we still want to try and be a bit stealthy. Because animals, especially deer, will run when you shoot, but then they will turn around and come right back in a lot of times. So if you're stealthy and watching, you can usually catch them coming on the way back, like that fella right there. Where's he at? He's right out there in these weeds. Okay, we need some cover. I would say that's those same deer coming back to the zone. Now this is by no means the best angle to shoot, but she's running away. Oh, come on, I can't hold my breath that long. Wow, total miss. Wow, that was such a bad shot. But that was a terrible, terrible angle too. I was trying for a shot at the back of the head, but that didn't work. So we'll continue on with our tracking. getting a headshot will usually be a pretty quick kill, but you have to worry about your score, that by damaging the trophy, you don't get quite as much experience and quite as much money as you would if you shot it someplace else. Okay. You can see with this starter gun, it does not have much penetration, and it takes a while to drop these animals. There's the tracks. Okay. See, I believe the next step up is the next rifle we will unlock is the 270, which is a very good deer rifle. Again, not quite big enough for some of your larger animals, your moose, elk, caribou, but at close range with a good shot, you can drop a deer pretty much in his tracks. Okay, they're up there hiding. Time to go stealth. And also, just to be on the safe side, we're going to apply a little more scent blocker. While the wind's not directly going that way, it's pretty close. Yep, there she is. That still didn't drop it. Okay, there's our trail. One thing with, especially with the larger animals, will happen sometimes, and it's very annoying. If you hit a bigger animal and it's not a very good shot, you will track them and track the blood and track the blood until they almost get to the point where they're dead. And then they will stop bleeding. The blood will clot, and basically your tracking has been for nothing, which I think might have happened with this deer, because I'm not seeing any more blood patches. It does make the game a bit frustrating, but, you know, consider it practice. That should be a lung shot. Snuck right in the side there. Oh, there, that's a vital hit. This was a different deer than what we were tracking. And now we have a coyote out in front of us. See, you can see there's a lot of different game. Some random experience. Ah, it was a mission I didn't even know I had. Find 3 different tracks from 3 different blacktail. Alright, this one was a good shot. This one we managed to drop her. She's a pretty good sized female. Flesh and right lung. 270. Well, at this angle is a bad angle, but it should have a lot more penetration. Be able to make these single lung shots, double lung shots. Okay. We still have not made it to our second waypoint. But we do want to... you can see there, look how far we tracked her. They kept a record. And then she quit bleeding and ran off. You can see we're also getting quite a bit of hunting pressure build up in here now as well. So we definitely want to get to our waypoint and beyond before we harvest another animal. So we want to discover zones today. We don't want to erase any by having too much hunting pressure around them. So even though there might be animals right in here, we're going to let them slide. We're going to let them go for today. And there is one area up here. I'll show everybody on the map. Up here is... Actually, I believe it's right in here. There is a very good tree stand that lets you see a lot of the shoreline. Now what some players will do is they'll go find the zones for these animals and they'll set up tents all over by the different lakes, and they'll jump from place to place to place. They'll jump in by a lake, take a 5-second look around, and if they don't immediately see something, they fast travel, jump to another lake. And you can do that, especially if you're grinding for a great one, or just looking for diamonds. But for me, it kind of turns it into a numbers game. Then it takes a bit of the adventure, the realism out. Ooh, that was a bear. Warning call. He heard us. It takes a bunch of the realism out of the game where you can just jump, jump, jump. You know, to me, that's not like real hunting. Okay, we finally made it up to that waypoint. And we're going to set a waypoint up here for this outpost. We might even be able to... Nope, we can't quite see it yet. We want to keep an eye on our time, 9:19 in the morning, so we have plenty of daylight left. And again, a lot of moose on this map, but you know, like I said, we are unequipped with our little 243 to take them down effectively. When we get to the outpost, we will have a look in our store, in our storage locker. Hello. Nice side shot. Very close. I'll go for a lung, a double lung. And there's a second one. I heard 2 sets of footprints there. So hopefully we got a vital organ shot on this bear. From the size of that blood splatter, I say we did. There was a rest zone here. Yeah, that's why there were 2 of them. So we want to be sure we examine this to keep it on our map. Yeah, there's 7 animals resting there, using this area. Oh, I hear you up there, buddy. But we're tracking your friend right now. We'll come back for you and kill you later. Bear too, they will sometimes turn around and come back to their area, especially if it's in the middle of that rest. I think that was a rest zone. If they're in the middle of that time period where they're using that, they will try to return to it. If you're near the end of that zone, then a lot of times they will just move on to their next zone, whether it be eating, drinking, and not come back. So it does pay to just not to go crashing wildly through the bushes, but to be a little stealthy, be alert. His bleed rate is low, so we may be tracking this one for a little bit. Hopefully not too long. And one thing you'll notice Okay, we do have hunting pressure built up here, so that means he's probably dead. The hunting pressure is centered on where we shot the animal, not where it drops and dies. So even though we're tracking this animal back into where we had previous hunting pressure, it's not going to increase the hunting pressure here. It's going to increase the hunting pressure where we shot it. Let's see here. Fresh. So we're only a minute or two behind this bear. The most recent food up looks like a corpse. The most recent poo that you find is just now. When it says it happened just now, you means you are literally right on that animal's heels. And then there's fresh, or very fresh, all the way up to old and very old. There we go, nice black bear. The detail on the animal models is just another amazing aspect of this game. Whether they're here laying down, running, moving, everything. Like literally, you can almost pick out each individual hair on this bear. Just really incredible. The detail on the face, the eyes, everything. Yeah, there we go. There we found, that was just a single lung shot. But 789 cash, as well as experience. Those are the important things that we want to be getting. Now, if we want to check on our stats, we can do that by going to here, our mission log. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. It's the codex. I'm sorry. Codex, and right there we have hunter, hunting log, and then our different districts. Wildlife, if you need to know anything about the animals, wildlife, look here, let's look for black bear. And the middle gives a description. On the right, it gives us a breakdown of their behavior, habitat, where they like to go, senses. They have good hearing and a great sense of smell, but their vision is not that great. Active during the night. Well, we found this one during the day. So he recommended equipment at class 7 ammo. We're using class 4 ammo. And if we use the distressed fawn collar, we can lure him in. And I hear something else coming. Let's get under cover. Hello. Oh, this should get us... Ah! I dropped. He dropped down just as I was pulling the trigger. And when they stand up like that, if you aim for right between their armpits, you will at least get a lung shot and possibly a heart shot. And when he dropped like that, oh. And then he's going to go up there and growl at me. But at least we did hit him. No organs hit, unfortunately. It'd be nice to have a good quick kill there. And unfortunately, we're probably going to be tracking this one a while too. It'll be so nice to get a higher weapon. But at least this one is running off in the direction that we want to go in, where our place marker is there. We'll track it a little bit up over this hill, but we're not going to follow it too far. Because literally they can, with bad shots. Oh, he turned again. See, they're tricky. He was coming one way, turned 90 degrees, and turned another 90 degrees. I've seen them backtrack and double track over their own footprints. Really difficult to track them when they're pulling those kinds of stunts. Now there is a DLC that came out. It's probably been a few months ago now, with a bloodhound that will track the blood trail for you. Well, we're not going to waste any time on him. Because literally I can spend the next half hour tracking this one animal, and that's just going to be a waste of our time right now. So we're going to go ahead on up here, discover this outpost, which will also give us some experience, and check to see our weapon. Oh yeah, that's what we were doing before we had him. If we go to our codex and go to our hunter and we go to our profile card, there we go. It'll tell us our level, our experience. We need less than 200 more experience points to level up. We spent 1 skill point, 1 perk point, and underneath that is our weapon score. Rifle 171, handgun, shotgun, and archery all at 0, because we haven't taken any animals with that yet. Unfortunately, I don't think 171 for a rifle score is going to be enough to unlock any new weapons. But if we cross our fingers and get really lucky, it might be enough to unlock the polymer tip bullets for this 243, which will mean a big increase in penetration and make this rifle a lot more effective. Hey, so there we found another outpost. Gives us another point that we can fast travel to. Okay, let's go have a look in our cache. Yeah, I don't think we have any points. See, now these are the DLC, and I don't want to use that, anything from the DLCs, because that's bonus. I'm going to give people the experience of playing as a free player. Okay, so we have not unlocked any new rifles, but there's possibility that we can get See, there we have unlocked the 243 polymer bullets. Okay, now what we want to look at there is on the right. When we switch back and forth, the effective range is the same, 150 meters. But the bullets we're using now only have a penetration of 15. The polymer tips have 30, double the penetration. So that means on that bear that we harvested, that would be the difference between a single lung shot to a double lung shot. That means that animal is going to drop in probably half the time. And we will spend less time tracking it, make better use of our time, and we also get more points for a higher quick kill. The further they run after we shoot them, the lower our quick kill bonus becomes. And you can see that we're using ammo. We're going to go ahead and buy a bunch of this. Ammo is rated for 2 to 6. And when we check the description of the bear, it's a class 7 animal. Okay, so now to finish this up, we need to go to our storage. Go down here, and we want to take from our locker the 243 polymer bullets, and we want to remove the soft point bullets. Okay. And then now we want to go to our inventory and make sure we have that ammunition equipped, and it was not, so we would have been trying to fire an empty weapon. So there we go. We made our weapon a lot more effective. We made some money. We're still at 4,600 after we bought all that ammunition. And we took a couple animals. Let's see what we did there. Take our hunting log, our history, and you can see the date and time there. Today is 9/8. So we took a coyote and a black bear. There we go, by date. Black bear, black-tailed deer, coyote. All today. So that's not too bad for about an hour's worth of gameplay. So, with that, we're here at about an hour's worth of video, so we're going to cut it off for today. Hope you had some fun watching us. Hope it helps out your gameplay and helps you bag some bigger game. And especially when you do these beginning levels, it can be difficult. We're not going to lie, but that's the challenge. So I'm the Gray Hair Gamer. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please consider giving a like, thumbs up, subscribing to the channel. We hope to bring you more and more content to you. And until next time, you guys have a great day, and keep your eye out for those big bucks. Okay.